Welcome to GCCars. My name is Eric and today we take a night POV drive in this 2021 Cadillac CT4 Premium Luxury. We're just going to switch pictures real quick because I'm still on the bottom right, but on the screen now you can see a quick, whoa! You can see a quick walk around and the stats about this CT4. And I just figured it probably makes more sense than showing it to you at night because you will not see anything if you try to walk around now. And yeah, let's go back to my view. As always, in these night POV drives, we're going to test the high beams and the high beam assist. We don't have a high beam assist here, just like I criticized in the Mercedeses we had recently. Unfortunately, not standard. You need to spec it, which is not, well, it's not spec'd in this one. And yeah, we're just going to take a relaxed drive, but we're also going to launch it a bit later and see how it drives around corners. Yeah, but just real quick, if you want to hear all my thoughts about this Cadillac CT4, just make sure to click in the top right hand corner and find my whole review with all my thoughts, 0 to 60, interior, exterior review, all the good stuff. With that out of the way, this is a POV drive, so I will shut up for a little and just occasionally chime in. Go into tour mode actually. I have a few interior lights at the doors, as you can see, so you might be able to tell there's a little one right here as well. It's very subtle, but it exists. And as soon as that car passes us, we can also enable the high beams, full LED, just like our regular headlights. So as soon as we switch them on, there you go. Got the headlights. And yeah, let's just do a comparison: off, on, and on. Yeah, pretty good headlight, pretty good high beams. Just wish they would come standard with automatic high beam assist. Turn off the ventilated seats. It's a hot day, but not that hot for now. I don't know if you can hear it, but up there in our sunroof, there's a rattle, which is a bit infuriating. I don't know where it exactly comes from, but it's not super nice in this car. It's not too bad. I get used to it, but it's just something I noticed. And you don't necessarily want to have it with 5,500 kilometers on it. That's roughly what, like 33,000 miles. But what is really interesting in this car is how loud the turbos actually are. I don't know if you can tell, but let's try. Okay, this is actually a really noisy road. Maybe here. I don't know if you can hear, but it's like very, very loud. I know I'm very good at making turbo noises with my mouth. Incredible at it, but I don't think the mic will pick it up because it's a very subtle sound. It's already way off. And let's go to the left, and we're almost at the point where we do a little launch. I don't have launch control on this. This is reserved for the V and the upcoming Blackwing version of this car. But that means we can still brake torque it. So yeah, we will definitely do that. And I've done it a couple minutes ago. It certainly is quick, even with this 2.7 liter turbo 4-cylinder, piercing in this car here in the Premium Luxury, 310 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque, if I am correct. You've seen it in the beginning. Just picked up the car today, so excuse me if I might have misspoken there. But yeah, just a relaxed drive. What I really appreciate about this car is how quiet it is. Because inside it is really nice and quiet. And there's like details that are really well, like for example these windows open and close very softly. You can't hear the motor. It's probably hard to show that in a video, but it's just very soft and it's just very luxurious. But yeah, you can also hear how much quieter the car is inside. Very well isolated. I like that. Now, I don't know if they've put enough reflective stuff on there, but if you didn't know, this is an underpass. I wonder how many people crashed against it until they put up like signs literally on every surface that it has. Lazy was keeping to the right, was she? Okay, we'll do our launch control just a little up the road. There's still houses here, so I don't want to do it here. And a bit further, there's also less vegetation on the sides, because we now have to watch out for wildlife, which we didn't need to do in the last few press cars, because it just wasn't season for that yet. But now it is, so we just have to be a bit more mindful of that. Alright, let's start preparing for that. So we go into sport mode. Let's do traction off. I'll keep it in automatic shifting. It's a 10-speed. I don't feel like shifting a billion times. Alright, let's get her set up here. And do we still have, yeah, start, stop, resets on starting the car. Okay, there we go. That was violent. Okay, brake torque did a little more than the last time. I don't know if you saw that, but it literally shot up my GoPro like a good inch. I have it on a head mount, right? So that shot up like a good inch on my forehead. That was okay. Yeah, you can brake torque this pretty well. Okay, that was probably. I've had a bunch of cars on this channel with more horsepower, but that might have been the most violent one yet. Okay. Also, with traction off, no slip at all. very good all-wheel drive system and good tires, obviously. So let's try flooring it around the corner. Rear biased all-wheel drive system. Little slip there after the shift, which I had to correct, but other than that, super stable. And that was really the dumbest way you can do it. It's just flooring it and turning in a lot. So yeah, no, it's pretty stable. We don't have a limited slip differential on this one. Once again, reserved for the V, which probably makes it a lot more dynamic. But I didn't notice any, like in the limited driving I'm doing here, like sporty driving. Of course, if we would go to the track, it would probably be different. But in the limited sporty driving we do right here, the lack of a limited slip differential was not really all that noticeable. Honestly, it's been handling pretty well, probably working a little bit with torque vectoring. I will read up on that in a bit. Like I said, just picked up the car today. So most everything what I tell you today is based upon feel and not necessarily what I read up yet, because that's still coming. But yeah, no, honestly, pretty decent. And for this to not even be the V, which of course is not, V is not what it used to be. That was a rhyme. V is what Sport used to be. So the CT, well in this case the ATS Sport, basically became the CT4V. And yeah, this car used to be called the ATS, but they renamed it. And now they're probably going to rename it again. That's a Cadillac thing. New CEO and they rename their cars all the time. So yeah, so this probably will only be one model that will be called CT4, and then apparently they're going back to names. Now they started their IQ with like the Lyric, but apparently they're scrapping this too, so they're going to go back to different names. We should just bring back the classic Cadillac names, honestly. That just makes the most sense. All right. So let's turn it back in here. You've already seen it from the outside. There's really not much for me to show you here if I leave the car, because quite frankly, you won't see anything with this GoPro. So yeah, I will just turn it around. There we go. You know what? Why not? Why not take a quick look? Put it in park. I'll leave the car on though. Actually, I can't. I'm tied up with cables here, so I can't. Anyhow, show you the cabin. Yeah, thank you very much for watching this POV drive. Like I said, the full review is in top right hand corner, or probably by now top left hand side or top right hand side of your screen. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know if you liked the video and what you think of this CT4 so far. Make sure to check out the review, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you and goodbye.